Our first stop was to have lunch, which was set up in the grand hall. There were signs everywhere directing us so that we would not get lost. The route itself was very well planned and followed exactly. Our first stop was to take the elevator up to the mezzanine. Here in the mezzanine, the docent told us the history of the lyric opera. Here from the mezzanine, we were afforded a beautiful view of the stage, on which there was a group of actors or supernumeraries getting their placement for an opera soon to be presented. A volunteer explained that all artifacts used in the opera have to be current for the period that they are portraying. The article can be small, it could be large, it could be food, it could be a coin, but it must be relevant to the period that the opera is presenting. And they make sure in this area that everything that is needed is available. The catwalk is a narrow platform that crosses over the stage. It is 6 stories above the stage level and is caged in. The wardrobe manager explained to us that all the members of the opera cast are fitted individually to each one of the costumes, and that includes not only the lead, but the chorus, the supernumeraries, and all others involved in the production. If a lead singer is not available to come to the opera house for measurements, they are sent a detailed form where they have to provide their measurements so that costumes will be ready for them when they do arrive. Many of the costumes are in 2 pieces, a bodice and a skirt, to distribute the weight. The bodice is usually laced up. The skirt usually has large snaps to make it easy to get in and out. A hair and makeup artist explained that each wig is made of real human hair that has been imported from all over the globe. It is individually put into a very fine mesh cap, and each person has their own form on which the wig is placed and made. All of it takes many hours to complete the wig because each hair is placed in the mesh individually. An interesting fact about the chorus is that they are permitted to put on their own makeup. However, by union rules, they may not put on the wig themselves. It must be put on by the wig maker. The armory contains swords, helmets, armor, and all things pertaining to metal. It is not stored in this room. This room is basically the rehearsal hall, but it was brought in for demonstration for the Backstage tour. All of the artifacts here are authentic and made of metal. Different instruments are available for different operas. Some require more violins, some more cellos, some more horns. But they all fit in the orchestra pit, which is rather small. The conductor always has a view of the actors on stage. In back of the orchestra pit is a very small raised room that has access to the stage where the actors can see the prompter and receive help if they are faltering with a line or song. The area backstage is very vast and at least 7 stories tall, where they store the tall equipment and change of scenery. The lighting director explains the past lighting as compared to the computerized lighting of today. Standing on the stage and looking out towards the audience, you can see the prompt box as well as where the orchestra leader will stand. He must direct not only the orchestra, but all the members on the stage as well. The tour is finished and we are now leaving the Lyric Opera. It was a very educational tour and well worth partaking in.